So I have made these stamps with fun foam and glued them to wooden blocks. And I'm here to test them out. I made a couple of suns, and what I realized this morning, I was ready to get going here, and this was the little sponge roller that I had, and I had it in my little water bucket, and I washed it out. But the problem with these little sponge rollers is you got to squeeze out the extra water, because then when I went on here, it got too wet. And so this is not the consistency that I would like to work with when making these little prints with these stamps. So I'm just going to use my acrylic, black acrylic here, and I have this little sponge roller. And so I'm excited to see how it turns out. You know, I have fun making these, but I never know how it will look. And so I'm going to go to the back side here, and I'm just going to take this and just gently roll on. Now this is just acrylic, and it will dry pretty fast, so I wouldn't wait too long to test things out. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's do it 3 times just to see. All right, there. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, I like that design. All right, now, normally I just have a bucket of water, and when I'm done with these, I toss them in the bucket of water. I'm going to utilize the other side. I will put a little bit more acrylic on here, because these little sponge rollers do soak up the acrylics. Okay. And this is just a tray from my broccoli that I use, my plastic plate here. And now this one took a little bit longer to cut out yesterday. And then I let it sit overnight and dry. And so, I don't know, we'll do it this way here and see. Okay, turned out great. I like that. Okay, let's put some more acrylic on. Like I said, the acrylics dry pretty fast. So, all right, there. And I'm just using black and white so I can see the nice contrast of what I've cut out. Okay, and now I will stick that in the bucket, and let's be quick about this. I'm going to turn my paper around on this side, because see, this is the stamp I did on the side, the circles, and this is the leaf, and then this is the line, and I did not try this one yet, so I will quickly get the full effect here, and at least do one. Okay, over here, so I can see. All right. Ooh, ooh, I like that. Okay, put that in the bucket, and now I have 2 more suns to test out here. Now I like these little sponge because, like I say, they hold that acrylic there. You don't use the rubber brairs because you need to have acrylic applied to these. Oh, I like that too. Oh, all right. I'm working with the east direction, because spring is almost here. It's about the sun coming and adding new life into our lives. Okay, now I got to give room here for the other side. This is a southwestern sun that we see like out in Mexico, New Mexico-ish. Okay, I'll put that down here. Oh, all right. Sometimes I just use scissors. Other times I had to use an X-Acto knife to cut more intricate and detailed shapes, especially like this. I use the scissor here. I think I use the X-Acto knife there. So, alrighty, I'm pretty happy with this, with these. Again, always make sure that you, when you rinse your sponge roller out, you squeeze out the extra water, because you don't want that on there. You know, it just kind of bleeds then. Alrighty. Have some fun. If you're curious about how I clean these up, as you can see, the acrylic is just kind of stuck on there a little bit in some places. But I do just take the soap, just a little bit of the water. I use a brush, and then I just kind of go with the, and just wipe it off that way. And then I use a paper towel or a rag, and I just kind of dry off. Now, eventually what happens is, you know, some of these little parts can come off. But then it makes me, as an artist, create new ones. And so I'm really excited about this batch this year, making these new little symbols that I have here, that I'm seeing around me, that other people are doing, that I like. You know, it's repeating what I see out there, and then creating my own my own little creative spin on things. Okay. But see, the main part is this is where you will put the acrylics when you roll it on there. So it's okay if the back is just a little bit dirty. That doesn't matter. Okay. And this one here. What's happening is the acrylic is setting into the wood block that actually doesn't have a lot of the gloss on it, and it's kind of soaking in there a little bit. If I took a scrub brush to these and tried to scrub that off, what would happen is I would scrub these little foam things off of there. So I'm just showing you how I do the cleanup, and then I go down and rinse these out in my utility sink and really squeeze out the excess water. So just so you see, you know, these aren't going to be too pretty right now, but I know that they work because, like I said, I tested them on this sheet here.